hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
I see some of my teammates putting different eye blacks under their eyes, and they're putting like their mom's name or their area code under their eyes, and so I start to think, I wonder if I could put something under my eyes that maybe could encourage someone or inspire someone. So I was like, well, God bless, I don't know. And then I was like, well, Philippians 4:13, I could do that. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I was like, that'll be good for a football player. So I put it under my eyes, and as probably a lot of you know, Gator fans are very passionate. So 4, 5, 6 weeks later, they're selling it at the Gator bookstore, at the Florida Library. You have thousands of fans showing up to games wearing Philippians 4:13 under their eyes, and I honestly believe half of them don't even know what it means. I had one guy, his name was Phil, come up to me and say, hey, did you wear that under your eyes for me? It's like, no, it's a Bible verse.
Jesus is better than anything that we could ever, even better than the Super Bowl, better than the NFL career.
Is an NFL coach supposed to say that? That anything is better than the Super Bowl?
Jesus, yeah.
1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether you eat or drink, whatever you do, so whether you eat or drink or play sports or watch sports, how do you do that to the glory of God, particularly in a culture that idolizes sports in so many ways?
You pray and you cover yourself. So before the game, I pray at least 4 or 5 times before I step on the floor.
That's awesome.
And just basically just keeping me strong, because there's so many things have been thrown at me on the court, off the court, and there's sometimes where I do fall, but I always have to remember, what I stand for.
I gave myself to the Lord. Wanted to be a Christian. 2004, when I got married, I kind of went away from it. Went to the University of Georgia. 2004, when I got married, 2 months later, me and my wife, who grew up in the church, got baptized together, and then I kind of went away from it again, but then it grew more into it when my caddy yelled at me a little bit, and so I've been stronger. I've been getting stronger in my faith and reading the Bible more and more. And
then second, I got to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. This day means so much more than putting on this green jacket in many ways. All right, so a technical glitch there from Augusta National, but we will bring you much more.
As I was getting ready to run out of the tunnel, I really felt like God was putting in my heart to change the verse. I was like, really, right now? But I realized that if we won, we'd be playing a national championship on one of the biggest stages that I might ever get, and so that would be the right opportunity to change the verse. God kept bringing it to my heart and my head, John 3:16, because it's the essence of our Christianity. It's the essence of our hope. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. It's what gives us hope as Christians. So I decided to go with that. And
what goes into a streak to get you to the level you've been at over these last 12 games? What goes into that, Kevin?
Thank God. That's all I can say. Jesus Christ.
Okay, thank you. You have nothing to do with it.
No, nothing. It's all him.
Thank you. Mike.
That's Jesus. Jesus has always been there. He'll never leave you, never forsake you.
Good. Clayton Kershaw pitches a no-hitter, a career high 50.
It's simple. Jesus saved us, and Jesus is the only answer.
In his name that we go out there and perform and compete and use the gifts he's given us in the right way.
Steph Curry fires away. Got it! Are you kidding me?
There are priorities in life. Obviously, your faith is first and foremost. I do a little sign on the court every time I make a shot or make a good pass, and I pound my chest and point to the sky, and that symbolizes that I have a heart for God. Something that my mom and I came up with in college, and I do it every time I step on the floor as a reminder of who I'm playing for. And people should know who I represent and why I am who I am, and that's because of my Lord and Savior, so I can't say that enough.
I went back to the dressing room, and as I was walking back and forth to cool off, I started thinking, who cares about a stinking boxing match when I got money, I got cars? I said I could retire now and die. couldn't fight it. It just started dominating my conversation. I realized I was about to die in a dirty old dress room with all those homes I had. Right within my thoughts, I heard a voice say, "You believe in God. Why are you scared to die? And give money to charity and for cancer?" And the voice answered me right back, "I don't want your money, I want you." And I remember tears coming down because I knew that was it. My leg gave out of me. And I said, "You just witnessed a miracle and you won't believe it." When they rushed me to intensive care, I lost a boxing match, but I was where I wanted to be in life. And I've been telling that story since.
Hey, Coach Meyer, can I talk to you for a second? He's like, "Yeah, how you feeling? Your arm good, leg good? You ready for the game?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." You know the verse I wear in my eyes? He's like, "Yeah, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ strengthens me." I love it. I was like, "Well, I'm going to change that verse tomorrow night." "What? What are you talking about? You can't change that verse. That verse got us here." It didn't get us here. So after a couple minutes of explaining it to him, he totally was supportive and understood. And honestly, after that, I didn't even really think about it. I just went out there and tried to win the championship game. We were blessed to win. And 2 days later, I was at Ballyhoo Restaurant in Gainesville, Florida with me, my mom, my dad, my aunt, and Coach Meyer. And probably some of you have been to Ballyhoo's. And I was just sitting there eating a grouper, and Coach Meyer gets a call, and he's like, "All right, bye." And I was like, "Who is that?" He said, "That was Steve McLean. Here's our PR guy at Florida." I said, "What do you have to say?" He said, "Did you know that during that game, 94 million people Googled John 3:16? And honestly, my first thought was, how the heck do 94 million people not know John 3:16?